Hi friends, hello, good morning. This is Kishore, working as a physics lecturer in Vigyan College. So we are dealing with the motion in a straight line. So in the last session, we seen about the graphs. So what are different types of graphs and what are the advantages of graphs. So now in this session, we will discuss how these graphs are useful for deriving the equations of motion. That means we are deriving the equations of motion by using the graphical method. So why don't waste time? Let us straightly move into the session. Hi friends. So already we see the graphs. So the advantage of graphs is nothing but we can derive the equations of motion by using graphical method. So here in this graph, you will find the slope of the graph. We have to find the slope as well as the area of the graph. So the first equation nothing but V is equal to V naught plus AT. So this is the first equation of motion. So in this equation, V is nothing but final velocity, V naught is the initial velocity, and A is the acceleration, T is the time taken. So let us consider a body is moving along a straight line with initial velocity V naught. So let V is the final velocity and A is the acceleration and T is the time taken. And during this time, let us consider S is the distance traveled by the body. So here we are considering that the body is moving with initial velocity V naught, and after time t seconds, the final velocity, the body reaches to a final velocity V, and S is the distance traveled by the body, and A is the acceleration produced by the body during the time interval t. And now here we are drawing a graph between velocity and time. So we already know the velocity time graph. So velocity time graph is nothing but a graph is drawn by taking time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. So this graph is called as the velocity time graph. So a graph is drawn by taking time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. And here we are considering that the shape of the graph is nothing but a straight line, but with an intercept, because here the body is traveling with an initial velocity V naught. It's not starting from rest. So here it is starting with an initial velocity V naught. So this intercept on y-axis gives the initial velocity V naught. So this is the shape of the graph. So the shape of the graph is nothing but straight line, but having some intercept on y-axis which indicates the initial velocity. So now the complete diagram. So let us consider this as AB, and this is let us origin. So this is the B, and draw a perpendicular onto the x-axis. So let us consider this as the C, and let us consider this as D. So now we have to find the slope. So here we are finding the slope of the graph. So slope is nothing but tan theta. So which is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. So if we consider this as the angle theta, and here the final velocity is V. So this is V. And if you apply tan theta is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite side is BD and adjacent side is AD. And we know if this is the V naught and this is more total is V, so here it becomes, so the BD becomes V minus V naught. So BD is nothing but V minus V naught divided by AD is, so OC is equivalent to AD, which is nothing but time t. So AD is t. And this slope is nothing but y coordinate by x coordinate. So the slope of the velocity time graph gives acceleration. So the slope, that is tan theta, nothing but acceleration. So acceleration A is equal to V minus V naught by t. So on cross multiplication we get AT is equal to V minus V naught, and from this we can get V is equal to V naught plus AT. So this is the first equation. So here we are finding the slope of the graph, and the slope of the graph is nothing but y coordinate by x coordinate, which gives the acceleration of the body. So slope is nothing but tan theta, and we are finding the tan theta, then we get the acceleration. On simplification we get the first equation as V is equal to V naught plus 8. So now we will derive the second equation. So second equation nothing but S is equal to V naught t plus half AT square. This is the second equation. And this equation, S is nothing but distance traveled, and V naught is the initial velocity and T is the time. and A is the acceleration produced. So in the first equation already we have find the slope, so which gives the acceleration, and from that equation we get, so in the first equation derivation we find the slope of the graph, and the slope of the graphs gives the acceleration. So from that equation we get V is equal to V naught plus AT, and from this equation V minus V naught is equal to AT. So this is the equation 1. And now let us find the area of the graph. So there are two objects. The first one is triangle ABD, and the second one is rectangle OABC. So let us find the area of the triangle. So area of triangle ABD. So which is nothing but half into base into height. So in this triangle the base is nothing but AD and height is nothing but BD. So which is equal to half into BD into AD, and we know BD is nothing but V minus V naught and AD is T. So here we get half into BD is V minus V naught and AD is T. So this is the area of the triangle ABD. And coming to the area of the rectangle, OADC, which is nothing but length into breadth. So here the length is OC and breadth is OA. So this is equal to OC into OA, which is nothing but V naught into T. So here we find the area of the two objects, triangle as well as the rectangle. So why we are finding area? Area is nothing but the area of the graph, and with the x-axis gives the displacement. So area of the graph with x-axis is nothing but displacement of the body. So S is equal to the two areas, which is nothing but V naught T plus half into V minus V naught into T. And from the equation 1 we know V minus V naught is AT. So this becomes V naught T plus half into, instead of V minus V naught we are writing AT into T. So which is nothing but S is equal to V naught T plus half AT square. This is the equation 2. Okay students, so in this derivation we are finding the area of the graph which is made with the x-axis. So for the equation first derivation we are finding the slope of the graph. The slope of the graph gives the acceleration, whereas if you find the area of the graph, that area of the graph gives the displacement of the body. So in this equation S is equal to V naught T plus half AT square. S is the distance traveled by the body in time t seconds, and V naught is the initial velocity, and A is the acceleration produced by the body in time t seconds, and T is the time of the travel. So now let us derive the third equation. So what is the third equation? Is nothing but V square minus V naught square is equal to 2AS. So in this equation, so let us see what are the terms in this equation. So V is the final velocity and V naught is the initial velocity, and A is the acceleration produced by the body, and S is the distance traveled by the body. So we have to derive this equation from the graphical method. So already in the previous derivation we have seen that we find the slope of the graph, that slope gives the acceleration of the body, and from that we get V minus V naught is equal to AT. So this is the first equation which I have already derived. And now we have to find the displacement. So displacement is nothing but area of the object. So area of the, so now we find the area of the graph. So that area of the graph gives the displacement of the body. So we are finding the area of the graph, so which gives the displacement of the body. So displacement is nothing but So in the last derivation, we divide into two objects, the area of the triangle as well as the area of the rectangle. Now let us consider this total object as a single object, that is nothing but trapezium. It becomes trapezium. So here we are finding the area of trapezium OA BC. Then what is area of trapezium? So this area of trapezium is nothing but half into sum of the two parallel sides into height. Half into, so two parallel sides are OA plus BC into height is nothing but OC. So this is the formula of area of trapezium. Half into sum of the two parallel sides into height. So which is nothing but half into, so OA is V0 and BC is V into OC is T. So this is the displacement, yes. So from this equation we get, so we have to only want V plus V0. So we bring the 2 and T to this side, then becomes V plus V0 is equal to 2S by T. So let us consider this as equation 2. So in this you have V minus V0 is equal to AT, equation 1, and we have V plus V0 is equal to 2S by T. So multiply the equation 1 and 2. We have to multiply the equations 1 and 2, so it becomes V minus V0 into V plus V0 is equal to AT into 2S by T. So here TT get cancelled, so this is nothing but A plus B into A minus B, which is nothing but A square by B square, so it becomes V square minus V0 square is equal to 2AS. This is the third equation. So in this equation, V is the final velocity, V0 is the initial velocity, and A is the acceleration, and S is the distance traveled by the body in time t seconds. So here we are deriving equations of motion by using the graphical method. Okay students, so in this section we derive the equations of motion from graphical method. The three equations, that is V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to V0 T plus half AT square, and V square minus C square is equal to 2AS. So that's all for this section, and we will meet again in the next session. Thank you.